Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I figured I'd kind of stir it up a little bit and have a little fun and do something I haven't done on this channel, and that is recreate one of my past looks I have in my video. And I picked an interesting one, and yeah, so if you're ready, then I'm ready. So let's get started. Okay, so like I stated in the intro, we are going to recreate a look that I have had in one of my past videos. And the look that I have chosen is the first look that I have. And it wasn't my first video, it was actually my second video that I had a makeup look on, and it looked like this. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So I decided that we are going to recreate that look, but we're gonna, we're gonna up it up a little bit. We're gonna up the game on it. So I tried to pick out similar products that I used in that video because I didn't really use much. So yeah, as you see, we're starting from scratch. So let's go ahead and get into this piece. I'm ready to have some fun. So for primer, I used the Wet n Wild Coverall primer, but I don't have that primer right now. So I'm going to use one that's somewhat close to it. It's more expensive than the Wet n Wild one, but it's close to it. And it is the Emani Cosmetics Perfect 10 Primer Serum. I actually really like this primer, and I'm shocked that I haven't used much of it. But this primer is like stupid expensive. And please pardon the fact I do have another hematoma coming up right there. It's so gross. I mean, this is like a stupid expensive primer. It's like $32. So yeah, but it makes your face nice and sticky for your foundation, and it's a really great primer. Makes your foundation look flawless. All right, so now that I've got that done, all right, I'm going to let that soak in, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've let my primer soak into my skin, I am ready to start with this face. It's looking a little rough. I need to do a really good mask tonight. So for foundation, I used the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in Fair. I haven't written down what I used, but I don't have that one. So I'm going to go in with the IT Cosmetics CC Oil-Free Matte Foundation instead. I mean, it's the same brand, it's just a different form of CC cream. And my little palette is missing. Awesome. So I am going to put this on my face right after I try to find my palette. I'll be right back. So I can't find my little palette, which sucks a big booty, but I'm just going to go ahead and just put it on the back of my hand, and we're just going to go from there. So I'm going to pump some on my hand, and let's have it. Cool, now that that part's done, I still love this freaking foundation. I mean, it doesn't even settle in my lines, in my wrinkles underneath my eyes. It's so good. I just love it. Oh my god, it's so great. And yes, I did take it down, and if you happen to see any part of my white chest, I'm sorry. So let me push y'all back just a tad. Okay, cool. All right, now for concealer, I used the Wet n Wild Celebrity Come Correct concealer, and I don't have that concealer, but that's not my brush I use for concealer. However, I do have what is the higher end dupe for it. It's actually the dupe of the Bye Bye Under Eye concealer. So I am going to use this, and we's gonna conceal these eyes. This this concealer is very, very thick in consistency, so a little goes a long way. And you're probably wondering why I chose this look instead of the look I did for my first video. That's because I didn't wear much makeup in my first video. So I chose this one because it was the next one on the list. And that video is definitely cringeworthy. I am going to tell you guys that right now. Definite cringeworthy. So I thought I was hot shit, and it just, yeah, not good at all. Cool. I went ahead and did a little bit of contouring with my NYX contour stick. Y'all, I didn't contour then. I was like really against it. So yeah, but I do a little bit of it now. Y'all, look how much I have left of this. Yeah, I already have my backup. So I am so glad I'm getting ready to powder my face because that concealer added a lot of shine. It is very shiny. Ugh, I'm not a big fan of that concealer. And I don't know why I have it. I think I got it like in a kit or something. So I use 2 powders like I normally do. Well, no, I don't normally use 2 powders anymore, but I see why I did this one. The first one was the NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Powder. And I don't have that because it really didn't work all that well. So I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics Airbrush Perfecting Powder and go ahead and now I am going to mattify this a little bit more because that really didn't do much. And for that, I used the NYX Finishing Powder in Translucent, but that powder gave me so much flashback. So I'm going to go in with the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. This is awesome. If you have that shine that you don't want, you want this. And I'm just going to put this right here in the area where I see, you can already tell the difference. I'm just going to put it right here in the area where I put that concealer at, because that's where it's most shiny, and I don't really want to use a lot of powder on my face right now. And by the way, this is the BH Cosmetics V1 Vegan Powder Brush. I love this brush. I need to buy more because this brush is great. See, it just really toned down some of that shine. Go ahead and get up here too. And I don't swirl it. I just tap it and then just tap it into my face. Perfect. All right. Now for brows, I used the Wet n Wild pencil, the eyeliner pencil in Taupe of the Morning. I don't do that no more. I used my IT Brow Power pencil. I can't talk today. In Universal Taupe. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Brows are doing their own thing as usual. So now that we got the base down, let's go ahead and start working on these eyes. Alright, for eyeshadow primer, I actually didn't use the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I used the Wet n Wild Coverall face primer to prime my eyes with. Makes sense. But today I'm going to go in with the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer from Wet n Wild. Just to keep it in the Wet n Wild realm. Oh, you think I did my brushes out before? Not very bad. Cool. I went ahead and I applied my primer. Now, for this look, I did use the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, and I am going to use it again today. For those of you who are wondering, this is my Morphe G2 brush I blend my concealer with. What I used for my foundation was the CC Plus Skin Perfecting number 702 brush from IT Cosmetics. And to spread out my eye primer, I use this brush I got in my Ipsy bag from Ruby. I don't know what it's called, but whatever. So yeah, just in case y'all have been wondering what brushes I use. And the brushes I mainly use for my eye look are the AOA Studio Paw Paw Charity Program brushes. They are from Shop Miss A. So I think they're like $10.55 for 10 brushes, and they are amazing. All right, so anyways, we are going to use the Beauty Killer palette today, and with that look, I only used 3 shades, and they were Star Power, Princess, and Black Rainbow. But I also added glitter to it from Wet n Wild. Well, I don't have the Wet n Wild glitter anymore, and we're going to add glitter. But we're going to make this look a little bit better. So we are still, like I said, we are still going to use the Beauty Killer palette. And mine is wrecked because my nieces love this palette. So first off, I'm going to do is I am going to go in with China White, and I'm going to set my eyes. I'm going to do my right eye on camera, my left eye off camera, as always. Now, I am going to go in the shade Courtney right here, and I am going to do my transition shade. And for this one, I am going to actually be using the Wet n Wild, I cannot talk, Wet n Wild blending brush. It's a struggle, y'all. Now that I got my transition down, I am going to go in with Star Power, and I am going to just pack it on. I have not used this palette in so long, but my nieces use it every time they come over. So, and I'm going to go in with my AOA Studio E130 brush to put it on. Woo! Good thing I'm wearing a pink shirt today. How I forgot how pigmented this was. Cool. Now that I've got that down, I look like whoosh. If you saw in the video, I only had it like over my lid. That was it. And then what I did was I put some glitter on and called it a day. No, we're not doing that. I'm actually going to go in Violence, and I'm going to deepen up the crease a little bit to give it a little bit of dimension so it doesn't look so flat pink. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do that with my AOA Studio 128 brush. Alrighty, I went ahead and did a half cut crease going on. It looks jacked, but at this point, I really don't mind. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go into the Texas House of Glitters. I can't remember what palette this is called. I'll pop it at the bottom of the screen. And my nieces love this. I love this, so she is very loved. I'm going to go in this shade right here, Wichita Falls, in this shade right here, Blizzard. And I'm going to put the glitter where I have my cut crease at. I am going to put some NYX glitter glue down. With the Texas House of Glitters, you really don't have to use it, but I like to use it just in case. That's just me. So I'm going to go ahead and put this glitter glue. It's glitter primer, they call it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this glitter. Alright, this is what we got going on so far. Nice pink glittery look. 10 times better than what it was 2 years ago. Like I said, I will pop the name of this palette on the bottom of the screen. And I do have a discount code for this brand. It is right here for you. I do earn a 10% commission for that code, just to let you guys know, but it's also there for you guys to save some money. I'm just saying. Now, for liner, I'm pretty sure that I used the Soap and Glory Super Cat liquid liner for my top, for my lid. And luckily, I have a brand new one. So I am going to actually do this off camera because I hate putting liquid liner on camera. So I will be right back. Now that I got that done, I just don't like putting liquid liner on camera. It's just so irritating, and I realize why I don't do liquid liner a lot now is because I like gel liners better. That, and I don't think I like felt tip liners anymore. I think I like brush tip liners a lot better. I think I have more control with a brush than with a felt. So now I'm going to go back into the Beauty Killer palette, and what I did was I took Black Rainbow and I put that on my lower lash line. But if you watch the video, like I said, the video is like super cringe. If you watch the video, I don't call it my lower lash line, I call it under my eye. So I am going to take my AOA Studio E115 flat brush, and I am going to just put some Black Rainbow on the bottom of this lower lash line. Now I'm going to go back in with Violence, and I'm just going to smoke this out. I don't want it to be too black where it takes away from, you know, the rest of the look. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now for lashes, the mascara I used was Urban Decay's Big Fatty Mascara, but I don't have that one. So I am going to go in with the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, and I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll be right back. The eyes are done. I went in with a Princess, and I put it on my inner corner and my brow bone, as I did in my video. And I actually really enjoy this look. I just wish I didn't use black eyeliner. That's alright. Alright, I went ahead and bronzed my face with my my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And now I'm going to put my blush on. And I used the Wet n Wild Rosé Champagne, which I do have that somewhere. Oh, there it is. In that video, or in the look, as you can see, I put my blush in a very interesting spot when I first started getting back into makeup. And I can't find my blush brush. That's awesome. Oh, there it is. I put it right here. Yeah, I was set determined just to keep my blush there for the longest time. And then I actually stopped wearing blush. And then I just got back into it not too long ago. This was actually my first blush that I actually purchased. That and apricot in the middle. And Beauty Killer was actually my second palette I purchased. The first one being the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. All right, now if you go back in the video, the camera. Okay, there we go. If you go back in the video, you will listen. Well, you will hear what I try to use as my highlighter. I am not going to out myself here right now, so I am going to just like let that be. And I actually didn't put on any highlighter, but what I want to do is I want to take Princess and use that as my highlighter. So we are going to do that. I have taken off my lip prep. Now I'm going to go in with his Velour Liquid Lipstick, Jeffree Star's Velour Liquid Lipstick in Prom Night. This was actually his, actually the first shade I purchased of his was this one. Pink all around. Alrighty, this is the finished look. I am actually very pleased with it. It is a vast improvement from 2 years ago. But, you know, it takes practice. Practice makes better. And if you've watched my channel, you've seen my progression over the years. And yeah, that's all I can say. If you want to have a nice laugh, go watch that video. It is my second video I have done. If you can't get to it, it is in the swatch and review series. I thought I was hot shit swatching and reviewing this palette, and in all reality, I really didn't have no clue as to what I was doing. So yeah. That is all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to pick up your Piper and Poppy Melissa Leah Garrett skincare collaboration set. That link will be in the description bar down below. Also, we are super, super close to 1,000 family members. Once I hit 1,000 family members, I am giving away not one, not two, but 3 prizes. All that information on the rules and what the prizes are will be in the description bar down below as well. And as always, you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Melissa Leah Garrett, on Snapchat as Melissa Leah 1223, and on Instagram as Melissa Leah Garrett. Come on over. We have fun on those pages as well. I do not, however, have a Twitter account, so if you see one with my face and this gorgeous smile, report it because it's fake. Also, if that subscribe button is red, it's the wrong color. You need to change it. And don't forget to share this channel out to everyone as well. I love you all so much, and I will see you on Friday with the grand return of Etsy Made Me Buy It. Bye! This shirt is going to be the death of me. I already know it. I gotta bring y'all in a little closer. Y'all, I'm dreading this. I am seriously dreading this. But I'm gonna do it. Hematoma and all. I'm gonna do it. There, I think. What was I thinking with that look? What was I thinking? So, this is the finished look. Oh, what's going on here? I forgot how good this palette was. Princess was, Star Power was a little patchy, but other than that, you can use it more often.